Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all having an incredible Friday. My name is Miranda and every summer I cover all things Big Brother live feeds. So if you haven't subscribed yet, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like and comment this video, as it really helps me stay in a comfortable position in the YouTube algorithm. If you want to donate to my channel, gift me something from my Amazon wish list, which is highly appreciated, or follow me on social media. All of that information is always in the description box. And as always, make sure your bell notifications are on so you know anytime I post or go live, as I do both things quite often and you don't want to miss it. Okay, so now that I talked my spiel, let's move on. Let's do a quick recap of last night. So obviously, thank you BB Jesus. The French fry of the season got evicted, 11-1 vote. It was a beautiful moment. Homeboy is still kind of being delusional in his after show interviews. Still, like, what he's doing in his interviews and the vibe he's giving is very much Vanessa, Big Brother 17. Anytime she was in the diary room, she tried to rewrite her game moves and it was so frustrating. But so that's what it's kind of reminding me of, like, because so she would do things in the game, like on live feeds, and then have a completely different reason or completely different story in the diary room. And I remember watching it and covering it, like doing YouTube videos about it, and I was just so confused. It was one of the things that I hated about Vanessa, and Frenchie is kind of doing the same thing but with his after show interviews. And anyways, moving on, thankfully he is gone. So happy. Xavier ended up winning the head of household competition. It was like a memory competition thing you guys saw, and very happy for him. At first I was a little confused, like I didn't know how I should feel, because on feeds he's very tight-lipped about his plans and he flies under the radar very, very well, which was why I was a little confused that he won. I definitely thought that he was going to throw it, because a lot of people had planned on throwing it, but he ended up winning and I'm very happy for him. I'm always, especially with this cast, I'm super pumped anytime anybody other than Brent wins the HOH, because I just love everybody in this cast. Like, even Alyssa and Whitney, like I would still be happy for Whitney getting pictures of her kids and Alyssa getting like bikini pictures, you know, like I would still be very happy for them. The only ones that I did not like were Frenchie and Brent, and yeah. The have-nots for this week are Kyland, Claire, and Tiffany. Sucks for them. Those are three of my favorite house guests, but it happens to everybody and I guess it was just their turn, so feels bad, man. Okay, so last night, why do I keep saying Kyland? I'm still used to Kyland being HOH. Last night, Xavier had no real intentions of talking game. He kind of just wanted to relax, and it's very on brand for him. He's a Taurus, and that's what Tauruses love to do. So there wasn't a lot of game talk happening. I know that the general consensus is a Brent and possibly Brittany nomination situation, with Whitney kind of being thrown around there as well. Everybody, for the most part, feels safe with Xavier as head of household, so everybody doesn't really expect to be nominated, especially Brent. But that's likely going to be the situation, and I'm really excited about it. Not necessarily for Brittany to be put up on the block, because she is on my draft team, but so is Whitney. So it sounds like regardless, I'm having a draft team member up on the block. So that kind of sucks, but I have zero doubt that Brent will be going home if he stays up on the block after the power veto ceremony. Brent did try to have some game talk last night with Alyssa. I didn't catch most of it because literally Brent is insufferable and I cannot stand listening to him speak. So when he does speak, it honestly just goes in one ear out the other. But I did catch Alyssa's vibe and she was not feeling whatever he was saying. I know that he talked about wanting to date her, but it not working out or something. And it's like every time he speaks, he reverts the conversation back to like dating or his dating life or his attraction for women or something. And I think that's why I just turn off my listening ears when Mr. Brent is on camera, but I thought I would mention that. So Tiffany and Claire did have a conversation last night, and they talked about targeting Whitney next week. They acknowledged that she is going to be a strong competitor and a powerhouse in this game. Me personally, I would prefer Tiffany and Claire to go after Christian next week, but 'tis their own game and I can't fault them for it. I just really would prefer them to go after Christian. I just want him out of the house too, like, and then after Christian, Alyssa, and then sure, get rid of Whitney after Alyssa, whatever. But as I said, Whitney's on my draft team, and so I really need her to go as far as possible. So I kind of hope that Tiffany and Claire don't go Team Goddesses route, which is my draft team, which consists of Whitney, Ozza, Brittany, and Hannah. So I need all of those four to at least make it to jury. Thank you. And then last night, Whitney and Hannah had a good conversation, and they basically just talked about how they cannot let Alyssa, Christian, Xavier, and who the hell is the other person on their team? Who is it? No, it's really just Alyssa, Xavier, and Christian. Sorry. Oh, because the other person on their team is Sarah Beth. Yeah. And everybody loves Sarah Beth. She has nothing to worry about. So they were talking about Alyssa, Christian, and Xavier. They cannot let all three of them get to the jury because no matter what, Hannah and Whitney feel that they will absolutely, without a doubt, vote together if they're all in jury. Like, that's just, they'll band together and vote the same, and they don't really want to risk that because it's kind of difficult if a group of jury members are dead set and work together on who they want to vote. It makes it hard for the final two to, you know, to convince them to sway. So I can see where they're coming from for sure. Whitney did say that she feels more threatened by Xavier than Christian. She thinks that Xavier flies under the radar a little too smoothly, and that freaks her out and scares her. I don't know. Personally, I would prefer to get Christian out because he is a duo with Alyssa, but whatever. And then today we had the Wildcard competition. Derek X, Tiffany, and Brittany all competed. Apparently, Derek X took Brittany out of the competition first, so it sounds like they're able to remove a player from the competition. You know, like maybe they win a round and they can take someone out. I don't know. But that's what happened there. Derek X took Brittany out first, I guess, and then Tiffany ended up winning the competition. I didn't catch, and I don't know if anyone has mentioned in the house what Tiffany was offered. You know, after each wildcard competition, each house guest who wins has been offered something. I don't know what she was offered, but apparently she declined it. Brittany was really pissed off. So was Ozza, and so was Derek F. You guys remember that they were a part, or are a part, of Team Jokers, which was Frenchie's team. And they were just really pissed off. I guess during the competition, Derek F yelled at Tiffany. After the competition, Ozza basically just told Tiffany that she doesn't want to talk about whatever Tiffany, you know, I think Tiffany tried to talk to her and explain to her why she chose to win that competition, and Ozza was like, I don't want to talk about it. She kind of shut Tiffany down, and that's not really like Ozza because Ozza's very mellow, and not saying that she wasn't mellow, but she's very like easygoing and stuff. And so if she says like, I don't want to talk about it, that you know that you've upset her and you've possibly hurt her feelings, whatever. And so Tiffany was talking to Xavier about that, and she seemed like she kind of felt bad. I don't know. She did say that Ozza is playing with her emotions right now and not with her head, like, you know, game head. So, yeah. And then Sarah Beth and Xavier did talk. I didn't get to catch the whole conversation because I have a toddler. But she did end up leaving the conversation saying that whatever it was that they were talking about, I think what they talked about was the nominations being Brent and Brittany and the way that Xavier wanted to handle that. And she basically told him, it's not how I would handle things if I was HOH, but I will support you regardless. So yeah, do with that information what you will. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about everything we talked about in this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. Bye. I don't know what that noise was.